it's a database that is non-relational. So we will also learn about the MongoDB Atlas, which we'll be using to actually connect our database and make the connections, right? So we will close this. For MongoDB, actually, I will be using MongoDB with the Node.js, specifically with the express.js, which is the framework for Node.js, right? So I have created a account in MongoDB Atlas. Actually, you can also create account. Actually, it is a cloud database as a service, right? Fully managed MongoDB in the cloud, and you can actually start free, and then you can sign up with the Google, or you can fill up your name, company, email, and password, then create your custom Atlas account, right? So I have already created, so this is how it will look. So after that, you can actually click on the, I made the cluster, my cluster name is cluster code soak. So after that, here I can connect it with my Express.js app. For that, I will check connect to your application, right? So here I will check drivers. So our driver is Node.js, right? And if you're working some other things, you can choose that. So we are using the latest stable version. So first you have to install MongoDB, right? So we have already installed it inside our app. I've already installed MongoDB package. So I imported MongoDB client, Mongo client, and a server API version from MongoDB. So after that, you have to actually copy and paste this code inside your MongoDB app, right? Actually, there are so many other ways to connect with your MongoDB service, right? So okay, so here we are going to connect with our MongoDB database, right? So here I'll write MongoDB connection, and after that we have already used Mongo client, right? So inside this, first we will define our connection string that we will use to connect with our database, right? So actually process.env dot mongo URI. Actually I have created the env file, and inside this I have this mongo URI, right? So here the string you have to place in the .env file, then you can access inside your app.js with the process.env.mongo URI, right? So that's our connection string. So then we will make a client, new Mongo client. We have used Mongo client, and we will pass a connection string inside this Mongo client. All right, So we will establish a connection. Let connection, right? Then try await client.connect. We will set first connection is equals to await client.connect. We'll connect it, right? So try catch. If there is an error, we will console error, and then we will put error here. So if it is connected, we will create a DB variable. From this we will now connect the DB, or we can name it just like learn mongoDB. Okay. So this is a very simple example of our connection string. Let's console log here, check if our connection is established. Connection established. Okay, so we will now after that let me so actually there is another way of doing it with Mongoose. We will also try that with the Mongoose. I think it's better to use Mongoose here in our project. We will close this and npmi Mongoose. And then we have okay. So we can actually so this we cannot use we cannot use await like this. We have to use it inside a async function. Now we will create a async function connection. Let's name it connection, and we will put our try catch block code inside this. Then we will write connection and then catch if there is an any error, we will catch it. Error console.error error. Okay, so now we will again run our app. Let me check my env file. Client.connect. Let's use this code actually inside our connection. So new mongoDB client. Okay, so we have our process.env. Let me console it. Connection string. Okay, it's actually undefined. Now it's undefined. Process dot okay, let me check some sample repo apps. And here is an example of Express app. Check our server. Next.mgs process.env.pop. So do we have an env file? Let's check the wait a minute server next.mgs. So let's actually put our connection string here and just copy the string from our .env file and paste it here. Right, so let's see if it's connected or not. let's write it here. So close it. Actually, connect drivers. This is the actual code for our connection. We have a connection string. We have now connected client with Mongo client connection string, and after that, okay. Connection.db. okay, there is no connection. Right. So actually now our app is connected, ping your deployment is successfully connected to mongoDB. So actually we have connected to our mongoDB. Actually this is not working. Process.env let's console log it, connection string, and after that we have wait a minute. Access env variables in express. For example, okay, require.env.config. Okay, so for using env, the variables inside env, we have to use .env and then inside our app we have to use require.env.config. Right now let's use Mongo URI. Let's see if it's working or not. Let's use it here at the top level. So we'll close this, and now we have our Node.js app. Okay, we have created it. After that we need to require .env, include the path. Okay, const.env dot env require .env dot config path. Path is dot env, right? So let's write .env.config this code and let's see if it's working or not. So there is still some problem. .env file. Let's check what's inside this .env file. Okay, I got it. I have used this like this. No, not the JavaScript file. I had used const. That's why we were facing the problems. Just close it and again start our app. It's already started with this string. Okay, now I think it will work. Yes, our mongoDB is connected. We have used the environment variable from our .env file. We will close this, and after that we will also close this. Okay, so what I will be doing is I will be putting this code inside another folder named db, and I will put all this code I will remove this and put the code inside this, right? So I can name it like connection.js, put the whole code here. I will then import this file inside this. So These are all our imports we had used in yesterday's stream. So now it's a connection. So what we can do next, we'll close these user routes, app.js, we'll close this, we'll close this. Now let's again see if it's working. So now inside our app, let's import our DB from DB connection. Okay, pinged. So our string is working. We have, I think, consoled the connection string. Just remove it. So this is the mongoDB URI. You can access it from here. After you have created your Mongo Atlas account, you can connect it, then drivers, then you have to install mongoDB. Then this is the URI. Only thing you have to change is enter the password inside this, right? So we will close this. Connection. We actually have to export this connection from this file, right? So there are additional settings you can use. The server API, right? So we have used it, and after that, let's actually start working with mongoDB. So actually there is also a schema thing that we can define with Mongoose. Actually we also use Mongoose here, right? So this is an example that we can use to connect with using the Mongoose, right? So here is another example we can use. Let's connect using it. We'll comment this code mongoose const mongoose. We will mostly be using Mongoose. It is specifically designed to be used with the Express and to connect the Node.js with MongoDB. So it makes our task very easy, right? So we will use require mongoose. Have we installed Mongoose actually? Let me check. Yes, we installed it. So as usual, connection string is this. We will use this connection string. Connection string, and let's just comment this. And now we will just listen to our database. DB once open, we'll write Mongoose is db.connection, db.once open. We want to write console.log db connection with mongoDB established, right? So let's see if it's established. Okay, DB connection with mongoDB established, so our mongoDB is connected. We can actually remove this code right here. And we will can also remove this. So this is our DB. We can export it, right? Let's check it, how they are doing it. Module dot exports is equals to DB. We have exported the DB, right? So now actually what I will try to do is, in our users controller yesterday, we were learning about express.js and node.js. So inside this, let me use the products, right? Inside the products, we will use a mongoDB to fetch the details about from our database. So I think right now we have, let's check the databases. So browse collections. So collections are actually the database. Inside this, explore your data, find, run queries and track documents, indexes, build and manage indexes, aggregation, test aggregation pipeline, build search indexes. So they have given a really simple example. We will explore their APIs. So now we will learn through mongoDB docs. Let's open the documentation. Let's zoom it a little bit. Now we will actually try to create some, I can say, some entries inside our database, right? So what I will be doing is, let me go to routes, product routes, right? So inside our post, yesterday we were talking that for update we will use the put method of the router, and we will use this update inside this. So I will now convert into add. Here we will add a product inside our database. I will create a route function here, add product. I will name it add product. I will request response. Just for now as dot send product added. Okay, so inside this, close this, we have created add product, right? Inside product routes, product controller dot add product, right? We have our API for adding the product. Now I will try to add product inside this code. So we will now try to write the mongoDB code inside this. So here is how we can. Okay, so this is the DB client.db. I think we have exported from our connection. So here DB name is get started. Okay, add me on data. Create database. Okay, now we will create a database. Our database name will be, let's name it products. Database name, let's name the database like learn mongodb. Collection name product, because we will be working on the product. Dictionary preferences capped collection time series. We will select it later. We'll create a database. Database name is invalid. Learn mongodb. Let's try to create it. Okay, so now it is creating our database. So we have created our database learn mongodb, and inside this we have this collection, or I can say table named product. So products controller, our database name is, let's close this. Database name is product. Okay, okay, we will now reference the collection. Actually replace the following with the atlas connection string. Client is mongodb client, URI reference to database to use. So now our collection is db.collection people. In our case it's product. The collection name is product. I think DB name is learn mongodb. Okay, we'll close this, and this is how we can insert the document, right? So let me, okay, our collection, close this. DB is a Mongoose connection. Is there any doc article related to schema? Let's try to enter the data without any schema, right? So this is our DB, so we will try to import it. Const DB is equals to require DB, then connection, right? So this is our DB. So this is our database name. So our DB is equals to mongoose connection. So after that, client.connect collection database collection product, and we will remove this code inside add product. Now we will create some document like product id 1, name MacBook Pro, right? This is our product, very simple product. We will now insert document in a specified collection. Now we'll with this code column, column is collection, actually collection dot insert one, like we want to insert one document, right? We will insert let entry is equals to collection dot insert one, then we will insert product, right? We will also use await with this collection dot insert one product, and we will also export it, add product. So Hmm. Now we will check if our product code is running properly. We will then use async inside this. There is a Mongoose error. Connection string. So let's try the Mongoose. Quick start. Connection. Let's try the connection. Okay, Mongoose create connection. Let me use Mongo client and then const client new Mongo client connection string. So after that, we will create a async function. Async function connection, and inside this we will await the connection to client.connect, right? Then the DB is client.db. Our DB is Mongo. Our DB is learn mongoDB, right? So we'll remove the DB name from here. So this is our DB. Let's write the DB here, DB, and we will put the DB here inside our async. So after that, we will use connection. We will run it, and if there is a error, catch error, console.error, right? We use error function here. So module exports, we have used import. We cannot use import here. And then we will put it inside require. I think we have to use this thing inside this connection because we want to use .env. Grid person reading collection. db.collection. We will put this inside try and catch. Catch error console dot error. Okay, so if it is connected, let's console.log db connected. Let's check if our db is connected. db is connected, but when we have const db is equal to require, let's use it again. db is equal to require db, then connection, then we will try to get the collection name. Let me check what the name of our database, learn mongodb.product. Okay, everything is correct. Let's see what's here. Actually, our db is undefined. That should not be the case. Client.db. Let me go to the overview page. Go to this node starter application. What's inside server? This is our db. db is collection.db. Okay. So, we're actually doing the same thing, right? Let's name it connection, and connect is equals to await client, right? So I want my DB to be connect.db learn mongoDB. Browse collections, and we have learn mongoDB. Actually, it's right. Just remove this. Connection is clue await. If I this DB is not defined. There is some issue connecting with our database. We have it client.connect, client.db admin, send a ping to confirm successful connection. Let's use the DB as await. DB so how can I access the database? MongoDB client. I will just choose it here. I will try to do that. Client is equals to new MongoDB client, and inside our add product, so actually I'm not very focused. Client process.env mongo URI client new mongo client db is equals to await connection. This is connected. Let me check it. Node mon app. Let's check it. App is running. So connection is started. So db is equals to client dot db mongoDB whatever database name, non-mongodb So I think we have exported our db. Now this db, let's check this collection. Okay, I think now the connection is established. Move this. Let db is equals to client.db non-mongodb. It's running. So inside our add product, we have this product entry. Let's remove this. Okay, so we are now going to insert this record inside our product table. For that, I will open my Postman. We'll open the Postman. We have this where is our product. This is our request for product, right? Actually, we are going to add product, right? So let's create a new This is a post request product add. So right, so inside body nothing, just send it. So let's check our database if any entry is inserted there. Refresh. Collections. Let's see if there is some error. Something, there's some connection error. Let's run it again. Let's sending the request. I think why it's saying topology is closed. Mongo topology closed error. Why it's that? So Gautam Patel, thank you. And saying fam for watching videos. And now we are facing a little issue here. Topology is closed. So why is topology closed? MongoDB require Mongo client, URI Mongo client, use unified topology true. Here the Mongo setup. Okay, configure require here the express. Solution to the problem, but time mode shortens and reasoning. The client closes the final block valid. This is closing the actual connection. The create function was finished. Inserting user. So we are not closing the connection. Wait a minute. Connection catch error. I think this is also not the issues. The issue is the client variable needs to be reinstated again. Try putting this in the start of create practice profile. Let's try to put all these things inside that our Mongo client. Right. We have used use unified topology true, use new URL parser true, connection timeout. Okay, keep alive one. Now let's try it. Now again send it. Should be working. Let's try also use this server version, server API version, server API. Let's send it again. There must be some issue with something, that's why we're getting topology error. So again there is an issue with this. Topology is closed. If it's closed, mongo.connect. So what could be the error for this? I have written everything correctly, still there is some issue. Run, write it, name it run, and after that connect to server. We have connected to server, client.db admin. Okay, we have learn mongoDB, then it will console it. App is listening on port 3000, but there is not this message coming along the way. I want this message to show. The connection is established or not. Connect the client server option starting in version client.connect. Let's connect now admin. comment it. There must be some error here. Current IP address not added. You will not be able to connect database from this. Okay, added. You are deploying changes, current action configuring mongoDB. Okay, I think there was some problem in mongoDB Atlas. That's why it was not working. Let me again check it. Okay, we are connected to our deployment. We're connected to database. Right. So let db is equals to client.db learn mongodb. Right. So we'll now export our db, even our product controller db dot this, and we will try to insert the product. Client must be connected before there are so many errors coming inside this. So I think we have to remove this. It's closing our client, I guess. That's my guess. Just browse collections. Okay, right. Our collection is inserted. That is great news. Finally, we have our connection established. Yes, finally, after so many tries, we have connected our database. Now we can do some actual things like insertion, deletion. So I have checked, we have added this. Just close these extra tabs. So here our record is added, one MacBook Pro. So what we will do is we do not use this type of code inside our production apps, because we do not want to write it again like ID name. What we will be doing is we will be sending a body from front end, and here we have like some ID, right? We have already created a record for ID1. So now we will create a like name, Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. So inside this I want to destructure our requested body, right? So I want to add ID and name, insert one. We can actually just use the await column collection. Let me write collection here to increase the readability. Collection is equal to db.collection await collection dot insert one. We want to insert one document. All right, our code is now cleaner. Then after it is added, we want to send res.json message. Actually, should it be coming from backend? Let me see it. This p let's just write product with ID ID added, or I can say created, exclamation mark. So we would be getting the response also, product with ID to created, right? So if we go to our inside cloud, if I refresh it, we must have two records, right? We have ID2 and Samsung name Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. So this ID is actually created by mongoDB, right? So this is a thing. So we have added a record for this. So here actually what they are doing is they are actually, after that they are finding it by some filter. Okay. We can then after also find and return document. Document is actually record in our case. So we can actually add some filter to be applied. We applied it inside curly braces. Then name should be MacBook Pro, right? So we have applied filter, then we have to get the document or document, and now we will await collection dot what it is that find one. We have to find one record from our collection. This is our product collection, right? So we will now apply filter here. Then we want to also show our document. Document we'll use this JSON.stringify document. We will get it JSON.stringify document, right? So this is our message. Okay, so now it will do two things. It will add the record, this ID and name, and after that it will apply the filter on this collection product. It will find one, then it will return it inside JSON, right? So we are adding and at the same time fetching record from our database. Right, it has added it. At the same time, it has fetched the record, but that's not what we want to do because this is not very good. It has added a duplicate record. Actually, from here you can remove the document, right? So we'll also learn how we can remove the document. So this filter thing actually find one we should be getting here, product, to get the product, right? So we will write this code. Here. But now we want to filter by ID. Then we will write it here. ID, that is that we will get from parameters, like here product/1. It will, if we have written 1, it will get the ID of 1, right? So we will use async because without that we will not be able to use await keyword here. So so we want to remove this product details of ID fetched. If it has fetched it, first we are getting ID from parameters, then we are applying filter to find the one document from collection filter, and after we have got, we will then put a message, product details of product ID fetched, and there is a document, right? Or I can say product details fetched. successfully. Right. So what we want to do, we want to search for product having ID 1. So this is the MacBook Pro, right? Remove this. We'll just remove this. For the updation, we just want to show the message. We do not want to actually just again fetch the document. That will be very time consuming thing, right? So actually to add the record, to insert the record, we do not want any fetching after that. So now in this get product, we have ID from coming from parameters, right, from 1. So it must now send us product details fetched successfully, document null. Why is the document null? I think it has not found it correctly. Let me again. No, it should not be like this. Let's try to console log it. Let's console log the document. It's null. Actually, it's not finding it. There must be some issue. If I see name MacBook Pro, I think it will find it. It has found the MacBook Pro by its name, but by its ID, it's not finding it. ID, then 1. If I put it 1 here, let's see, again null. Send it. Now it has got it. What is it? What is the type of ID we are getting from parameters? It is a string actually. ID. Number ID. We want to convert it into a number. Right. So now, okay, yes, we are getting the record. This is a mongoDB ID and this is ID. This is the name. So what if I do not stringify it? Let's just console the document. Let's check the format which we are getting. We're getting a pure object. So if we do not want to stringify it, we just want the exact document. Right, let's get it. Now we are getting the document in a proper object form. ID is this, ID 1, MacBook Pro. Now if I send to, it is a Samsung Galaxy 23 Ultra. Right, product details fetched successfully. We got the message, we got the document from our database. Just now remove this console log. Okay, so our get product and add product routes are implemented successfully. The product routes get and add with the post command is working properly. Now we want to update our data. So let's see in the documentation how we can update. Let's go to actually MongoDB documents, MongoDB manual. MongoDB CRUD operations, insert documents. This is what we are looking for. Let's close this. So here, creating a collection, we have created a collection, insert documents in MongoDB UI. We don't want to insert a single document. Okay, so insert one is to insert a single documentation into collection, right? The following example inserts a new document into the inventory collection. If the document does not specify on ID field, the node driver adds the ID field with an object ID value to the new document. So we can also add multiple documents inside collection, pass an array of documents. We can insert multiple documents, right? So insert behavior, ID field. MongoDB each document stored in a collection requires a unique ID field that acts as a primary key. If an inserted document omits ID field, the Mongo driver automatically generates an object ID for ID field. This also applies to document inserted through update operations with upsert true. Okay, atomicity. We all write operations in MongoDB are topic on the level of a single document. For more information, MongoDB and atomicity and transaction. Write acknowledgement. Okay, collection.insert one, collection insert many. So first we will get the updation. Then we'll come to okay, let's read the atomicity. In the MongoDB, write operation is atomic on the level of single document, even if the operation modifies multiple embedded documents within a single document. Right. When a single write operation calls update many modifies multiple documents, the modification of each document is atomic, but the operation as a whole is not atomic. So this is some advanced concept. We will learn about this later. Okay, create an update aggregation pipeline, update methods. This is aggregation query. We will also learn about it. The following DB collection update 1 operation uses an aggregation pipeline to update document with ID 3. Okay, so we have to actually use an aggregation pipeline. This is one of the methods we can use with the aggregation pipeline, like set, project, unset, replace, add fields. Let's see. Okay, there is a DB having a collection students, and we want to update one with ID 3. We want to set test 3 to 98. Okay, specifically the pipeline system set stage which adds the test3 field and set its value to 98 to the document and set some modifier field to current date time. The operation uses the aggregation variable 9 for current date time to access a variable prefix with $$ enclosed in quotes to verify the update. You can query the collection. Okay, let's try this. We have our update inside our update controller. We have created this to add product. Now we are getting to update the product, right? So we are getting ID from request.body. Now we want to await collection dot update one, right? So update one where ID is 1. We want to update the collection of MacBook Pro, right? We will use async here. So after that we will set I will try to set name actually. Inside this we set the curly braces. We want to set name to 98. No, 98, not 98. iPhone 15 Pro. Okay, we're updating one document with the ID 1 and we want to set the name as iPhone 15 Pro. Let's see if it's working or not. Let's go to let's check the product routes. We have used put, add the update, right? Let's create another document. I just close it, create a new document, copy it, product, update. Then we will send in the body the ID of the document we want to update. In this case we want to update document 1, right? So let's check it. Let's check if our record is updated or not. I think it's not updated properly. Let me. Is it working properly? Yes, everything is working properly. It's still MacBook Pro. I think we have written something wrong here. ID, then inside set we have name as iPhone 15 Pro. Everything is good, but update, is everything right? Update product, update, then ID. Okay. Let's check update 1 actually. Update 1 filter, update parameters. This is very like extensive example. Just not go into that example. So update document with ID 3, specifically the pipeline set stage adds a test3 field, sets its value to document, sets some modified fields to current date time. Okay, I think we have used the wrong command. We had to use put command. Let's try it again. Product with ID 1 updated. Okay, now we'll check. Refresh. Right, we have this name changed from MacBook Pro to iPhone 15 Pro. So that's how you can change the field. ID should be ID we are getting from request, right? Update, and then there is a set inside the array. There is a set. Now I'm trying to understand it properly. Okay, first there is ID update 1, then inside array there is set command, its name, set name to iPhone 15 Pro. Actually we can we add something else actually? Price can be, let's say 500. Oh, I have to put it here. Price 500. Let's try to again update it. Now refresh it. Okay, even price is set now. So this is the power of non-relational database. We don't have like field price in other records, but we can actually update it here for a single record or a document. So that's the power of MongoDB. We're almost into 2 hours, right? Okay, we have now a bunch of records added in our product table or the product collection. Now we also get to know how we can update the document. We have to use the update one and then use the set command to update the fields. If there is already field of this name, it will update it. If there is no field for like name, it will add this field, then add this value for this field. So that's update product. Now we have a get product, we have add product, we have a update product. Now we will write delete product. Delete product. Suppose we want to delete a product. Request response. So inside our routes, we will write router dot delete delete product, right? Product controller dot delete product. Okay, we have not exported it. Delete product, we exported it now. So let's see how we can actually delete documents. You can delete documents or records in MongoDB using the following method. Your program language driver, MongoDB UI, or MongoDB Compass. We will also learn about MongoDB Compass later in this stream. We will search for delete one. Okay, not just MongoDB. This is some documentation for delete one. We do not want that. We just want example right now. So let's try delete only one document that matches the condition, right? So delete at most a single document that matches specified filter. Even though multiple documents may match the specified filter, use the collection.delete one. Okay, we will use first we will get the ID from our request.body. Then we will await collection dot delete one, right? Then okay, then we have to write the filter ID. ID is ID, right? So we can actually simply write ID. So we will create a new request inside our postman. We will make a delete request. We'll copy this URL, or I can say route. Now our route is product/delete. Inside our body, we want to send a ID of the product which we want to delete. Suppose we want to delete one, right? So wait a minute. Once it is deleted, we want to send message document deleted, right? So let's see if our record with ID 1 is deleted. Okay, we got the message document deleted. Let's refresh it. Okay, our record with the ID 1 is deleted from our collection, or I can say table. So we have now implemented the delete product. So we have covered almost like all the basic stuff that we can do in our MongoDB, right? So actually we can also delete many records, right? Delete many. It will delete every record where status equals to A, or we can do something else, right? We can actually add some filter inside it. We do not use the empty curly brace inside delete many. It will delete all the documents from your collection. So it is very like dangerous method. Don't use it. So what's next? We inserted, we have updated, we have deleted, we got the, now there's a query. You can query documents in MongoDB by following methods. So instead of this MongoDB client cluster, we are now going to use our, what I can say, MongoDB Compass. So I have already, you can search in Google MongoDB Compass, right? Here you can download the MongoDB Compass, like download now. Then it will ask for the version and just select the latest version. Then it will ask for your operating system. I have Mac OS M1. So if you have a Mac OS with Intel chip, you have to use this. I have a MacBook M1 chip, so I will use this. Then you can download it, right? So I have already downloaded the app. This is a MongoDB Compass, right? So this is a connection string I will be using. So from env, I will copy this connection string and I will paste here inside my Mongo this URI, right? So then I will connect it. Right, so we are connected with our database. That's great. We have created a collection named database named learn MongoDB, and inside this there is a collection product. Explain plan has changed to a execution plan. Click explain as you would aggregation pipeline. View documents your preferred way. Toggle between list of view, JSON view and table view. Okay, this is, what is this? This is JSON view, this is table view, but mostly this is good. This is a better way to view it. So now instead of instead of our cluster, we can actually view our documents inside the mongoDB compass. So I will close this. So we have our mongoDB compass, right? Now let's try to add a record. Where was that? This is product. No, this is product update. Cancel. Product update. This is product. Add. Now we will try to add our product and see in the mongoDB compass if it has added or not. So inside our body, we're going to use raw, then as usual JSON ID. Actually, let's just first add the ID, then I will show. We don't need to add ID inside our mongoDB. Let's add ID, then name, Motorola Moto G5. So this is the name of phone, right? So we are going to add it. Let's send a request. Product with ID 3 created, right? Let's check inside this. Where I can okay, it is a refresh button. Yes, we have this record with ID with the name Motorola Moto G5 Pro, right? But there is a problem. We are adding two IDs. Actually, when we add a record, mongoDB automatically create a ID for this particular record. So we do not need to actually need this IDs, right? So actually what we can do is we can entirely omit the ID. Now let's create something else, Moto G6 Pro. Now refresh it. We have this record, Motorola Moto G6 Pro, but ID is null because we have also sent the ID. And now inside the add product, we will not send the ID, right? We will remove this ID. We will only sending the name, right? So actually now I can delete the record with ID null. Will you delete it? Okay, it's deleted, right? So what I want is I want to actually add the product Motorola G6 Pro without any ID. So it must have added. Yes, we have only name and the ID is automatically created, right? So we will see what the insert one actually returns. In insert one, it returns a promise that provides a result. The result insert ID. Promise contains ID of newly inserted document. Okay, to retrieve the document, we just query the collection. Okay. Let me check it. Let it constant product. Then I will use console.log to check what is inside product. So let's write it another phone name, or I can use just something else. Washing machine, LG washing machine. I will add it. Now let's check inside our ID is not defined. Just okay, it is sending me the inserted ID, right? LG washing machine. Okay, we got the ID of this record we have just created. So how we would retrieve this object ID? mongoDB retrieve object ID. Object ID, it is a 12-byte object ID consists of 4-byte timestamp representing object's creation measured in seconds since the Unix epoch, 5-byte random value generated once per process. This random value is unique to the machine and process. 3-byte incrementing order initialized to a random value. Okay, so object ID, it is 2 string. Turn the object ID as hexadecimal string. Okay, let me write it 2 string. Let me just create a record. Okay, we get the ID, right? Now we can send the response product with ID. ID will be const product, or like simply I can say inserted ID. Then I will copy this code. Then product with inserted ID created, right? So I can now, okay, we get the product with, we get the ID of the just created record. Let's check it, refresh it. We have created LG fully machine and it is the same. It seems like the same 6564. Okay, this is the same record that we have created, right? Jojo, thank you. Thank you, Jojo, for watching. Will not be using insert many actually. So now we have also added our MongoDB compass, right? So now we will dive deeper into the MongoDB, right? So we will get the we will check how we can actually use some Mongoose. Mongoose. Let's check it. Documents. Let's also check it in the npm documentation. I think it's almost downloaded 2 million per week. That's a great number. We can import Mongoose. Require Mongoose. We have already connected it. We are already defining a model. Actually, I have already connected with our database using this connection, using the Mongo client. So I have not used. Actually, you can do them both the things with Mongoose, right? So here you can connect to your database. Okay, here's how we can actually define our model. Mongoose.model. Mongoose.model, my schema. Schemas, defining your schema. Let's see how we can define Mongoose from Mongoose. We can define our schema. Actually, first we have to import Mongo, then use its schema method. Like blog, suppose we want to create a blog schema, then we will define the schemas. Actually, we will define the things that are we going to add inside our object. Like we want to add title inside our document, author, body, comments. We will then add the type, string. Then comment should be body string, date should be of type date, hidden should be of boolean, true or false. Then meta, votes, favorites. Okay, creating a model, IDs. Find documents is with the Mongoose, which supports a rich query syntax of mongoDB. Documents can be retrieved using the models find by ID, find one, we are static. Okay. Now we will be using Mongoose. let's create a new. Now we're going to use the Mongoose to make the schemas for our documents. So for products controller, I am currently only filling the name fields, right? So I want something more fields like name, price, or like category, right? So let me create a new folder names model, right? So inside this, let's see how we can actually define your schema. Everything in Mongo starts with a schema. Each schema maps to a mongoDB collection and defines the shape of the documents within that collection. So we will write a file named product schema, right? Then we will use the schema from Mongoose. Schema from is equals to require Mongoose, right? So we have imported schema from Mongoose. Then we can actually now use the schema. We will write it product schema. Then inside this new schema, then we'll write title let's write the product name. First we will write its name. It will be in string. Then we will write its price. It will be number, right? What are the types? Okay, string number. Then date. Let's see, created is date. Then I will also want a category. Category should be it should also be of string type, right? So I have created my schema. Then what? To use our schema definition, we need to convert our block schema into a model we can work with. To do so, we pass into mongoose.model, then model name, then schema. Okay, now we will write const block const product mongoose.model, then we will write product, then product schema. This is our model, right? So now schema types, connections, models. Now check the models. Compiling your first model. Schema is equals to new Mongo schema. We have created the schema. Then we will create a tank model. The first argument is the singular name of the collection. Your model is 4. Okay, this is our collection name. So in this case, we have the product collection, right? Product table, I can say Mongoose automatically looks for the plural lowercase version of your model. This is the name example of model language for the tanks collection database. Collection makes a copy of schema. Make sure that you have everything you want to schema, including hooks before calling model. Constructing documents. It's called a document. Instance model is called a document. Okay. So now we will now we'll export it. Module dot exports is equals to product. We will export our this Mongoose model product. Then inside our, we'll close this. Inside our products controller, we will import this, right? We will import models product schema, right? Now I will use product here instead of collection. I will try to get the product. This is get product 2. Okay, I think we might get a error. So I think to use the Mongoose, we have to first inside our connection, db.connection, we have to use a mongoDB connection. Let's write another file, Mongoose connection, right? So here we will only use Mongoose connection. We'll use the same code to get the Mongo URI from our .env file, right? Everything is, we will close it. So let's see how we can connect to the database connections. You connect to Docker with the mongoDB connect method. This is minimum needed to connect my data for mongoDB. There is a connection string options. Okay, you can also specify connection string. Let's see the quick start. Connection to test database, right? Okay, mongoDB connect. What what is our env file? Let's check my env file. Okay, so inside our Mongoose connection we will use mongoose.connect. We will use inside async function main, right? Main, we will run the main. Then if any error, we will catch that. Console.error. Then error, we will catch that error. So we will connect with this URI. Let's see if it works or not. Right, so if it works, let's see console.log connected with Mongoose. Connected with Mongoose, right? So let's see if successfully connected to mongoDB connections. In the product controller, we have to remove this actually. Now we will get a lots of errors. For that, we will just comment this code. So we will also comment this. Let's see. Update is not defined. Let me just uncomment this every uncomment every code here. Also uncomment this. Now wherever we have used collection, we will comment this. We'll comment this because we have used collection. We'll comment this, right? So we will not be using collection, we will be using the schema of Mongoose. Let's see if it is working or not. Okay, inside our app, that's why it is running here. We will now import inside this require on DB and Mongoose connection connected with Mongoose. I think we have now connected with the Mongoose. We'll close this app. Connection products controller. Now we have this product. Let's see if it works or not. We will get the product details fetched successfully. Find one. Okay. There's some issue. There must be some issue. Product. documents queries. Okay, let's see retrieving the document. Okay, when you load a document from MongoDB model using find one, you get a Mongoose document back. Wait my model find one. Okay, for updating using save. The Mongoose, it is little bit different. Mongoose connection, it's connected. So have we used anywhere the database? No, we have not used that. I think we have to use a particular data, or I can say collection. Let's see. MongoDB, my database. But this is very simple actually. Wait a minute, let me check my environment string. We are not using anything like here. Let me go to my MongoDB Atlas. MongoDB Atlas. Let's sign in. Let's sign in. Log in with your account. Google. We will log in with our Google account. Okay, so we are already connected. Now let's connect with our we are trying to connect with Mongoose only. Let's check our wait a minute, let's check our overview with MongoDB profile info security, and no, I'm actually trying to do the network access. So IP address, this is IP address, I think. So Mongoose connect. Let's write another Mongoose URI. Write Mongoose URI. We will write here MongoDB : /. So this is our database. Our database is learn mongodb. So and our network access is this, right? Like now we will access mongoDB URI. Let's check it. I think we're not connected to our database. This message not came here. Like, let's check with this. Okay, still we are not connected to our database using this query. Very bad examples I can see. No, we don't want to do this. Let's try to check the connection string, cluster name, then mongoDB URI, add database. Okay, what's mongoDB string? So it's a username, password, POSIX, mongodb.test, and database. You can use database access. Link on the left hand side, add new database user button. You can do that using the database link. A local connection is self-hosted mongodb cluster. This is a host. Okay. We are almost into 3 hours. Thank you everyone who is watching. Connection string, first host name, then port, host, port, mongodb, mongodb, host, port, database access, network access, this is IP address, and then after that as well as name and replica set. Replica set. Then database, we have added the database. set call replica to 3 hosts. We were running them on default port 270 like this. 27. Let's write 270. Let's start our server. Mongo learn mongoDB. So we want to access this database. Let's change it to Mongo URI connected with Mongoose. Right, we are connected with the Mongoose. Let's try to send the request till fetched. We are connected with Mongoose. Alright, so in the product schema, product controller, find one. Console.log document. I want to console the document here. Send it. Document is null. Find one ID with. Okay, yes, do not have an ID. Let's search with some name. With name. No, we have ID. We don't have ID. We have ID 2, right? Let's send with the body, right? Body we will just write inside our body JSON. We will write name, Galaxy S23 Ultra. Now inside our code we will set it to name. Then we are just getting the name from our body. Then we will set it to name. Right, now let's try to fetch the record. It's again null. Let's try to product, insert one, name. Request.body. Let's try to add some product. Let's add. Okay. So could not get a response. Oh, product. Let's check. Make it to entry. Change it to entry. entry dot inserted id, right? Let's try again. Again it's crashed. What is product dot insert is not a function. So I think this model is not working properly. Mongoose connection, product schema. Let's import Mongoose. Wait a minute. Mongoose, right? Just remove that. We can't import like that default. Let it be like this. We have imported Mongoose, we have imported schema, right? So this is how we can do. This is schemas, defining your schema, new schema, Mongoose from Mongoose. Okay, so I think it should be working now. Connected with Mongoose. Now let's try to add. Again, there is some issue. Actually, we are not able to access this schema properly. Mongoose create connection string, my model, connect.model. Using Mongoose create connection, but attempt to access the model through Mongoose root model. It will not work as expected since it is not hooked up to an active DB connection. In this case, access your model through the connection you created. Okay, so we will import connection, const connection, require db, then Mongoose connection. We will open this, and we have, I think, not connected. let tb is equal, then we will put tb inside this, then we will export this tb, exports is equals to tb. Now we will try to use this inside our product schema. Connection.model. Product routes, product controller, schema, schema connection. We have connected the model with this. Let me see if there is error. Let's create connection. There's no single good example in this product schema. Mongoose connection. Let me import. Let me write this create connection. I think I don't need to import it, right? Mongoose dot we'll create a connection, right? ID. Wait a minute. Where is this error? ID string. Connection string db, then schema. So we are using let's try to use this inside our .env, right? So we will use it here. This is our inside our, let me just zoom out a little bit so that there is no connect. We will use mongoose here. Mongoose connected with mongoose. Now if I write something else, will it connect with mongoose? Mongo URI. Let's try mongoose URI. It's not connected. /32, then again start. We are not able to connect with mongoose. We are able to connect with Mongo URI, right? So how to get the database? Because several more parameters in a URI, then password, host. Wait a minute. Set database with mongoDBs and lists, reading as a text record. So SRV, this is password, cluster, then test. Test it as our database. Non-authoritative answer. Can look up this. To here to SRU with is it replica set connections? I am not looking for this. Connection strings, mongoDB manual, find your connection string. Describe cluster name. My database user, difficult password, cluster, net, right, majority. Okay, find your self-hosted appliance connection string. Then where is the database? Okay, we are kind of stuck here inside this Mongoose connection. I think I need to take the help of ChatGPT. URI in Mongoose server with Mongoose. Username, your password, cluster name, your database name. I have already used my database name. Then how to create a Mongoose schema file. This Mongoose is a schema. Mongoose.model, we have used the same. Create and export the user model. We have used the same thing actually. We can actually use mongoose.schema. Mongoose.schema, we don't even need that. Mongoose.model. Then user, we have product schema. Okay, we have exported the product. then I require models. Register user, new user, user dot request dot body, new user dot save. New user is new user dot request dot body. Okay. Schemas, defining your schema, creating a model. So I think I should end the stream here, right? So I will check back later. So what could be the issue? So thank you for watching.